This segment is brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers.
Welcome back to Farm Factor. Let's join Duane in the Milking Parlor as he visits with Callie Unruh with Southwest Dairy Farmers, an alliance of dairy farmers who promote dairy education and product information.
Duane Toews joining you once again with AGam in Kansas, and while at the Kansas State Fair we had the opportunity to catch up with Callie Unruh. Callie works for Southwest Dairy Farmers, and Callie, you had the opportunity to work in a big way with young people and fair goers alike, educating them about the dairy industry.
Yes, we've been running the milking demonstrations here at the fair for the last 3 years. We took it over from Fort Hays State about 3 years ago, and so we've been doing 6 shows a day, educating the public on what we do on the farm and showing them how we get milk from our cows to them as a consumer.
We think about some of the things that you talk about, trying to explain that in a fashion that's relevant or makes sense for them.
Yes, definitely. We try to put it into terms that they understand, give them good comparisons to know why we do the things that we do, and that gives them a little bit better idea of why farmers do what they're doing on the farm, and maybe a little relation to things that they know about and on the farm sense.
You do a number of programs throughout the year. In addition to fairs and expositions, you actually have kind of a traveling road show, if you will.
Yes, we do. During the school years, I do what's called the Mobile Dairy Classroom, and we bring a live cow on a trailer with all of our milking equipment for schools, and we put on a oral presentation, a live milking demo, and a question and answer period. And what's cool about it is a free event for schools, so any school in Kansas can book that program through our website.
Talking about those educational opportunities, all of agriculture really has kind of taken a big step forward in realizing that educating consumers about what we do in a positive light certainly is more beneficial than reactionary stances when those outside of agriculture try to take pot shots at us.
Yes, definitely. We feel like we're trying to be proactive instead of reactive, and we're trying to be out here telling our story, and I think it's important that our story comes from people who do this job every single day, and we can tell the consumers why we're doing what we're doing and give them some truths, because there are a lot of misconceptions out there.
It appeared that the young people in particular were very enamored with the Milking Parlor here at the Kansas State Fairgrounds, and maybe had the most questions. Influencing them before they have an opportunity to hear some of those negative tones probably is important as well.
Yes, definitely. And that's part of the reason why we run the mobile dairy classroom at schools, is because we want to get those kids before they maybe learn some falsehoods about agriculture. And it's always great because we get lots of good questions from the kids, like where does chocolate milk come from? And we assure them that it does not come from our brown cows. So.
You work for Southwest Dairy Farmers. Tell us a little bit about that group and what it's comprised of.
Yeah, Southwest Dairy Farmers is a dairy education and promotional company. We cover 9 different states, I believe, with over 500 dairy farmers and their families who fund us to do programs at fairs, community events, and also our schools. They obviously can't leave the farm as easy as we can, so we try to get out there and help them do those promotional events for them.
Our thanks to Callie Unruh for joining us with AGam in Kansas. Jamie, we'll send it back to you in studio.
Thanks, Duane. Folks, it's time to grab a cup of coffee, but don't go far away. Next up is this week's Kansas Soybean Report.
Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture, represents grassroots agriculture. The state's largest and most powerful farm organization stands up for its members through leadership development, agriculture education, legal defense, environmental advocacy, farm safety, and risk management. Members also enjoy money-saving benefits. To join our organization today or to learn more, go to www.kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.